Interestingly, participation in China, we've seen a growth in girls and in representation, and no doubt Na and Zheng Qingwen have had an impact on that. There are now more people playing tennis in China than the whole of Australia. Unsurprisingly, China is number one in terms of reach and viewership. For the last 3 years, China's been number one. First 11 days at Australian Open 25, we saw an 11% increase in viewership in China. The viewership in China, along with participation of tennis in China, is really growing, and from our perspective, it's a real opportunity for us, particularly through our digital and social media strategy, to continue to engage fans in the sport. We really need a strong tennis in China for the Australian Open and for the sport globally to continue to grow. Interestingly, participation in China, we've seen a growth in girls and in representation, and no doubt Na and Zheng Qingwen have had an impact on that. And I think one of the things that tennis should be most proud of is that whether you're female or male, whether you're 5 or 95, everyone can play tennis. I think she's been an inspiration, no doubt, to a lot of young Chinese girls, but I think people globally, particularly with the Olympic gold medal and obviously the run she's had in Australia in 2024. We're seeing participation grow globally, and we're seeing that being driven out of China with a substantial growth. The statistics are that there's around 25 million people playing in China, and that's expected to grow to 30 million in the next 3 years. So there's been a huge boom of tennis in China. As tennis continues to grow, and I think with our partners for the Australian Open, we'll continue to look at opportunities as how Australia and China can work more closely in growing tennis in China, and obviously our engagement of the Australian Open. The more people who are playing tennis in China, the more likely you are to develop champions who are going to have an impact on the game. And so, I'm really confident that over the next few years, we're going to see more and more high quality professionals on both men and women's side come out of China as the sport continues to grow.